Hey there, it's your Bad Couch Guru, Lynn Lindbergh, and today is a sobering day. We lost Kobe Bryant, one of the most amazing basketball players in the globe, really, ever. The news is already full of all kinds of messages about remembering to give your loved ones an extra hug and to think about life and living life to the fullest. So for today's episode, I just want to let you know that that is where my heart is, and to use this 5 minutes here to honor Kobe's life and to highlight some of the cool things about him that maybe you know or maybe you don't know. You may or may not be a follower of basketball, and folks, that's the one, the orange round ball that they shoot in the basket. No, okay. I know you know that already. Here's a couple things about Kobe Bryant, who he was and what he did, and not just basketball stuff. And the reason I'm sharing this, one, is to honor his life and his legacy, and two, for you to see that every person on the planet has a bigger picture in their life than just what you see in the headlines. And a lot of this I didn't even know about until I did a little bit of my own research this morning. So first of all, Kobe had a wife, Vanessa, of 20 years, and he was born in Philadelphia. But his father, who was also an NBA player, Joe Bryant, when Joe Bryant, his father, retired from the NBA, National Basketball Association, Kobe was only 6 years old, and they moved to Italy. And so Kobe actually became fluent in Italian. I had no idea. Of course, I'm not a huge basketball follower either, but I had no idea that he was fluent in Italian, and then still learned a lot about basketball from his father, Joe Bryant. Kobe spent 20 seasons in the NBA, all with the LA Lakers. And he actually went directly from high school to the NBA, and there was no mention anywhere of any college. So how interesting is that? But he is really regarded as one of the best basketball players of all time. And he recently retired after the 2015-2016 season. So he's only been retired for a few years. One of his biggest accomplishments, I thought this was awesome and kind of cute, is he became the youngest player to reach 30,000 career points. And the way they said how old he was, preschoolers say, "I'm 3.5 years old," or third graders will say, "I'm 8.75 years old." Well, this documentation said that Kobe, at the age of, get this, 34 and 104 days of age, he was the youngest player to reach 30,000 career points. Once he retired, he went to the Olympics, and in 2018 and 2012, he won the United States 2 gold medals. Here's one that I thought was really cute. Kobe Bryant. I thought, oh, Kobe liked the steak, but no, that can't be. Sure enough, the official record says that Kobe Bryant is named after the Kobe beef from Japan, which is one of the most high-end marbleized steaks you can ever order. A lot of discussion about that. That's a whole nother topic. But apparently the story has it that his parents saw it on a menu and thought that was a great name. So they literally named him after a steak. He also had a lot of his own ups and downs. So Kobe Bryant had some struggles with some of his stats initially, and it kind of went up and down. He also had a whole slew of injuries that he recovered from. And I think really for almost any professional player, right, they're going to end up with a string of injuries. So I don't think that's much of a surprise. But what I had lost track of was at some point his wife, Vanessa, did file for divorce, and then they reconciled, and they had been married almost 20 years when Kobe passed away. I thought that was kind of a special piece of his life. I love second chances. I love reconciliation. And I know that life is really complicated and quirky and weird, and we all have our own stories there. So it's just interesting. Yes, of course, he got to meet President Barack Obama in 2010 and has a photo, with him there. That'll be on my list someday, something I want to do. And then, of course, career stats. Oh my gosh. I used to do scorekeeping for basketball in high school just once because I just thought it would be fun and I like the math. Not necessarily because I like the sport of basketball. So here we go. Let's take a quick lesson on stats. I'm not going to tell you what Kobe's stats are, but some of these basketball stats are RPG, rebounds per games, GP, games played, 3P percent, which is percentage of 3-point goals made, FT percent, percentage of free throws he made, SPG, steals per game. I mean, like, oh my gosh, could you just imagine locker room talk? You're a GP, 3P percent, SPG. But there's one that was FG percent, and they said FG percent is field goal percent. And I thought, what the heck is a field goal in basketball? I looked it up, but does anybody know what is a field goal in basketball? It's like, I thought that was a football thing. So I looked it up, and apparently any basket, any shot made that was not from the free throw line. So basically the game is in play. So whether it's a 3-point shot or, 2-point shot, doesn't matter. The percentage of those shots you make, regardless of where they are, is your field goal percent. So I learned something new, the FG percent. But here's another one more interesting thing that after Kobe retired, he produced a short film, a little 6-minute film that was an Oscar nomination that was part of the Tribeca Film Festival 2017. And it's called Dear Basketball. And it's the sweetest little anime story about himself and some of the thoughts he had. You can Google that, Tribeca Film Festival, Dear Basketball, or even just this week, if you're listening to this real time, if you Google Dear Basketball, it's trending. And so you'll be able to find it really easily. Google knows people are interested in Kobe Bryant. So that is just a little bit about his life and how interesting this Italian speaker named after a steak who made a film and had all kinds of injuries and reconciliations is no longer with us. So friends, continue to think about what you love and what you'll be doing this week. And tomorrow I'll come with something a little more happy. And my love and condolences to the family and friends or anybody of Kobe Bryant and to you today. Alrighty, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now. Exercise should not be dreadful, but getting off the couch is the hardest exercise of all. Remember to head on over to our homepage at couch2active.com and see what's going on over there. Do give a great review on your podcast platform. That will help spread the word of Couch2Active. Bye-bye now.